How's it going, everyone? I'm here today to bring you my review of My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 13. We are now directly, I believe, in the middle of Season 2. The first half of Season 2 is now done and over with. The UA Sports Festival is now behind us, and we're looking forward to the future. A lot of our students are now picking hero names, which I absolutely loved about this episode. This episode was just overall funny, hilarious, had very good moments. I love the classroom setting of this episode, and I think it's one of the strengths that My Hero Academia has going for it right now, besides all of the action and the amazing characters it has. But besides that, what you can tell by the ending of this episode is that we're going to be getting a darker, more serious tone moving forward, because with this villain being introduced, Stain, he's being built up heavily right now. Like, he is just overall menacing. He's very powerful right now. And you can definitely tell that with IIda's character at the moment, at least with the ending of this episode, he's out for revenge. And you can tell that he wants to avenge his brother. His brother's not dead, but it seems that with the information we got within this episode, Ingenium is basically out of commission. He won't be doing hero work anymore. He can't feel his legs right now. So odds are his hero work is basically done for right now. And what I actually really liked about this scene with IIda in the hospital with his brother is that IIda's brother is asking him to take on his hero name, basically passing the mantle to his younger brother. And as of right now, I don't think IIda is in the mindset right now to where he's actually able to accept this, because it's very hard for him, because this is his older brother. This is the person he's looked up to this entire time. Just to see his hero, his role model, fall from grace like this, it's going to be very hard for him to cope and just to move forward from this and not have the ideas of revenge in his mind. So I'm really looking forward to see where IIda's character is going to be going with this later half of the season, but also when he actually ends up confronting Stain, I'm really looking forward to that, because this Stain character right now, I am really looking forward to seeing what he does in this later half of the season, because right now he's being built up a lot and I really want to see more of his character, and just how much of an overall presence he has already is making me very intrigued with his character. But besides the dark tones that we're getting at the end of this episode, this overall episode was just fun. It was enjoyable. I loved getting to see all of the hero names for all of the students. I still don't know like the normal names for a lot of the students within Deku's class, but I wrote down all of the hero names because some of these hero names right now, I was cracking up. I was like, dude, this is hilarious. I love the names. Some of them are quirky, some of them are just out funny, and some of them just fit their characters so well. But I just gotta say right off the bat, when Midnight showed up in this episode, I was like, yo, my girl Midnight's in here. And I was just like, the ass shots that they had for her, I was like, yo, the fan service has gone up in this episode. I am okay with it. Like, I love Midnight as a character and she's just overall gorgeous, but I love the fact that Aizawa picked her to basically rate all of the hero names as he basically just sat in his beanbag chair and also just slept the entire time. And also his bandages are gone, so it's nice to see that he's healing up. He does have a scar right on his eye, but besides that, he's looking like he's almost at 100%, which I'm really happy for. And just to see Aizawa back in the overall story, he's one of my favorite teachers in My Hero Academia. So just to see him healing, getting better, I'm totally okay with that. So I wrote down every hero's name. We're gonna go through basically every hero name and just give you my thoughts on just when I was watching this episode. So starting off right off the bat, Naval Laser. I was cracking up. I was like, dude, you gotta be kidding me with this hero name. His hero name was Shining Hero, I Can't Stop Twinkling. I was like, dude, come on now. Like, he's a hilarious character. Whenever he shows up, like, no one even cares about him. So I love the fact that even his hero name that he picks, people are like, what? What? So that was just a funny moment right there. But then going to Ashido, her going Alien Queen and having like the alien, the xenomorph reference within that scene, I was like, I like that a lot because Alien is just a cool franchise. So I like seeing that within there. But then they actually told her, it's like, you should pick a better name than that. And she ends up writing down Pinky. I'm not sure if that's the name she actually went with, but I thought that was really funny too. So just getting to see that she actually had to redo her hero name. And there are a few characters that actually had to redo their hero names because they're like, no, that doesn't work. So moving on from that, Frog Girl, Sue, like her name, I was like, oh, that is just fits her so well. Picking the name Froppy, I was like, she's had that name since elementary school. She's had this forever and it just fit her character so well. Next up, we had Kirishima, you know, the manly man, the guy that just goes all out. He's like the dude's dude, picking Red Riot in honor of the Crimson Riot. He's picking a name to honor that person, but also make a name for himself. So I do like that. And he understands that having a name under such a profound hero is going to come with a lot of pressure, but he's like, I got this. I got this. So I really liked Kirishima's name. His was cool. But then Jiro in this episode, Ear Jack Girl, and that's basically her hero name is Earphone Jack. And I love the dialogue she even had before with Kaminari basically saying how to pick his name because you're very powerful, but once you use your power, you're basically dumb as bricks. So I really like the dynamic between Jiro, but also Kaminari. And then having Kaminari, come up later and actually saying Charge Bolt, that was a cool name as well. So I really do like that, like his name actually fits his character very, very well. But then we had Multiple Arms Man. This is one of the characters, I still don't know his name right off the top of my head, but his cool hero name was Tentacool, and it reminded me immediately of Pokemon, of Tentacool and Tentacruel. So his name was also really cool. But then we had Zero picking Cellophane, odds are with the tape in his elbows. Another good name. We had Ojiro, Monkey Tail Man, who's like all into martial arts. His hero name is Tailman. But just going through the list, the guy that looks like Brock from Pokemon has something to do with sugar. His hero name was Sugar Man. Kaminari, like I said, was Charge Bolt. Invisible Girl is just Invisible Girl. I mean, you don't get much simpler than that. But then moving on from there, Momo being Kriti, with her creation quirk. Very simple name. It's not one of my favorites, but I understand why she ended up picking it. But then Todoroki was very, very interesting because he just went with his first name, Shoto. And they even asked him, it's like, why would you pick this name? It's like, he just wants people to be like, he wants to be his own person. He wants to stand out of his father's shadow. He doesn't want to be seen as this tool. He wants to be seen as his own individual person. So picking his first name and having everyone like in the world know him by Shoto makes total sense for his character. But then we also had Takeyomi being the Tsukiyomi, and I immediately just thought of like the infinite Tsukiyomi from Naruto, God of Darkness. I really like that, and like he's just an overall cool character, and I really liked his hero name. Mineta made me crack up. His hero name, I cannot believe that this is actually his hero name, Grape Juice. Grape Juice? Like really? That's going to be his hero name for the rest of his career. I'm just like, yo, Mineta, come on now. Like, he is hilarious and he's very perverted, but grape juice, I'm like, come on, man. But it makes sense, with like grapes that are basically growing on his head and how he's able to just to pluck them, throw them, and then just grow back. It makes sense for his character. Rockhead Man, which I believe can talk to animals, his hero name is Anima, so there's that. Bakugo's. Oh, Bakugo, like his just fits his character so well. They ended up telling him to choose it again. He immediately went towards King Explosion Murder. And I was like, that just fits him right there. But they said, you can't have murder in your hero name. So then he ended up going to Lord Explosion Murder. And they didn't give us his hero name. I don't even know what his hero name is right at the moment. But the two he picked fits his character, and it was absolutely hilarious, but like, come on, you can't be a hero having murder in your hero name, Bakugo. You gotta pick a better name. But then we had our last three, the main trio, basically, of our entire group of Ochako, Tenya, and Midoriya. Ochiko's I find very cute and adorable, actually combining, Uraraka within her hero name being Uraravity, like Uravity. That's her hero name. Like, I thought it was cute and adorable, and it really fits, combining her first name of Uraraka, but also with gravity. So that was cool as well. Tenya was very interesting because he was thinking about choosing Ingenium as his hero name, but I don't think he wanted to, stand up in front of the class and basically show that name and have everyone in the class know that he's going to be picking up the mantle of his brother. So he ended up just going with his first name, similar to Shoto, but you can tell that he's very conflicted right now of taking on the mantle of his older brother. But then Midoriya's was very simple. You could kind of predict it throughout the episode, and I love how he ended up giving the shout out to Ochako, who basically gave new meaning to this name, and he wants other people to call him this name for the rest of his career, and that being Deku. So I really like that as well. That's basically all of the hero names within this episode, and it had some very funny moments, and I just overall enjoyed getting to see all of the characters' personalities end up picking all of these names and seeing how they matched up with their quirks, their personalities, but just as the character in general. That basically took on the majority of the episode, but the ending bits, basically with Midoriya end up getting, a scholarship or an internship with a hero by the name of Gran Torino, who actually was the mentor of All Might, and seeing All Might actually tremble in fear, it kind of makes you wonder, it's like, who is this guy? If he's making All Might scared, what did he put All Might through? So I have many questions moving forward with Gran Torino, and just getting to see Midoriya interacting with someone else who understands the quirk of One for All and actually training Deku and actually how to harness that power so he ends up stop breaking his limb. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. And the end credit scene, definitely stay for the end credit scene if you guys missed it, because we actually get to see Gran Torino appear within this episode, and it had a very funny moment with Deku basically, you know, entering the building, very run down, and he sees blood on the ground. The old man is basically just like on the ground, and he's like, oh my god, he's dead, and he just pops up. He's like, no, I'm alive, and then Deku just screams, he's alive. So very funny moments, but this overall episode is a very happy-go-lucky episode that I think is going to be the last one we're going to have for quite some time. We're going to have a little bit of a tone shift, I believe, for the upcoming episode, but I don't think it's going to be overall doom and gloom moving forward. It's just that we're going to be moving into more of a darker tone now with Stain appearing within the second half of season 2. And what I'm also looking forward to as well, I believe we're also getting a new opening for this second half of season 2. So definitely be on the lookout for the next episode having a new opening, because I've actually really enjoyed this first opening we've had for season 2. And I'm actually really curious to see what type of song we get for the opening intro for season 2. So that's gonna be it for my review, guys. This episode was very, very enjoyable, but you can tell that we're moving more into a darker atmosphere now that Stain is coming out of the shadows. So definitely want to hear your thoughts on this episode, guys. Please leave your thoughts, theories, or speculations down in the comments below. And if you guys are fans of My Hero Academia and just want to talk My Hero as the season is basically going on and we go episode to episode, feel free to subscribe. I would love to talk with you guys. This is one of my favorite series I'm watching right now, and I just love talking about this series. So that's gonna be the end of this review, guys. Until next week when we have episode 14, I'll talk with you guys then. And remember, plus ultra, guys. All right, take care.